Hi all, this is Geeta Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science from St.Josephs College of Arts and Science for Women, Hosur. In this video, we will discuss about PLSQL programming, curses and exception handling. Introduction to PLSQL. PLSQL is nothing but procedural language that will be integrated with procedural programming capabilities and designed for developing server-side application logic, enables the complex logic directly within the database, provides enhanced control and data manipulation over the plain SQL. So in this picture we will see about this. Application is sends a request payload and then PLSQL is execute the procedural logic. SQL commands is generates the queries in DML and database is process and then store the results. Key features of PLSQL. Block structures. The code will be organized into logical blocks for modularity and readability. Robust error handling. Dedicates the sections for managing runtime errors. Seamless SQL integration. Execute the SQL statements directly. Combines the data manipulations with procedural logic. Improved performance. Reduce the network traffic by processing multiple SQL statements as a single block. Structure of a PLSQL block. So declare the optional sections for variable curses and then types. Beginners executing the statements and commands. Exception is handling the errors during the execution. So end will be terminates the PLSQL block. Variables and data types. Variables in a PLSQL, it can store the data values, allowing dynamically manipulations and processing within the blocks. Variable must be declared with specific data type and size. And the type attributes declared a variable with the same data type as a database column. Also, row type attribute declared a record with the same structure as a database table row. Assignment operator is assign the values to variable. So they are common data types include varchar, number, date, boolean. Control structures. If then else executes the code conditionally based on the specific criteria. Loops it repeat the sequence of statements until a exit condition is met. While loop executes the statement repeatedly as long as a condition is true. For loop will be iterates a set of number of times commonly used in a numeric ranges or cursors. Cursors in PLSQL enables row by row processing of multiple rows written by a query. So handling a multi-row query results sequentially allows PLSQL program to iterate the data written SQL select statements. Cursor manage the memory for active SQL statements on the server side. So types of cursors. Implicit cursors, explicit and then open, fetch and then close. So implicit cursor is automatically declared and then managed by Oracle for DML statement, which is insert, update and delete, and single row is a select into statements. So explicit cursor is programmer defines the queries that it returns the multiple rows, and cursor for loop is a simplified explicit cursor that handles opening, fetching and closing automatically. Cursor with parameters allows passing arguments to a cursor for flexible query execution. Cursor options. So there is an life cycle and then process the data effectively, which is declared is define the cursor with the select statements. Open is execute the query and identifies the rows. Fetch is retrieve the one time at a time into PLSQL variables. Close is release the memory allocated to cursors. Select is to update lock the selected rows to prevent the other transaction from modifying them. Exception handling in PLSQL. Exception handler is handle or log error. If exception is did an error occur. Try blockers execute the protected code. Start is we can begin executions. So first, the exception is an error conditions why it arises during the program executions. Predefined exception is internal Oracle errors. Example, no data found. User defined exception is declared by programmer for a business rules or error conditions. So effective error handling improves the application. Thank you.